kindergarten in Jakarta donated the love they raised for the flood areas to Tzu Chi. Doctors give medical opinions on the rumors of drinking lemonade to eliminate the symptoms. Welcome to Dai Headlines. I'm Maggie Tai. Thank you for joining us. Indonesia has been suffering from floods since the beginning of this year. Recently, a kindergarten in Jakarta has donated the 8 items and funds they raised to Tzu Chi Indonesia chapter, hoping to spread the great love to the affected residents. Every year, floodings occurs during the rain seasons in Indonesia. Since the beginning of this year, people have been suffering from floods. Before the Lunar New Year, the torrential rain worsened the situation.
Beras, minyak, itu air bersih, gitu.
We need rice, cooking oil, and clean water now. The water we use now is from wells mixed with mud.
Kan saya mah masih sumur, jadi airnya mah nyampur sama air yang kebanjiran itu.
Tzu Chi Indonesia chapter has been hosting distribution after the flood, so the affected residents can get through the crisis. Recently, a kindergarten in Jakarta also donated 8 supplies to Tzu Chi.
Tzu Chi ini mereka langsung memberikan.
Tzu Chi always delivers 8 items to the affected people in the disaster area personally. Therefore, we feel secure to give the love we raise to Tzu Chi because they will help those who are really in need.
Banjir mungkin bisa untuk bagi orang-orang yang membutuhkan.
Yang utama ya kita pedulilah ya.
This time the flooding affected area is very large and lots of residents got impacted. The school came to us first and we are very glad to help. We hope that there will no longer be any floods in the future.
Jangan terjadi banjir lagi.
On the donation ceremony, teachers and students gave the kindness to Tzu Chi volunteers, hoping to deliver them to the affected residents soon.
Menurut saya ini sangat bagus sekali ya, karena bantuannya mungkin.
I think this activity is good, although there are not much items, but it can cultivate children's compassion and let them know that we must help each other and share resources.
Anak kami untuk belajar berempati,
untuk membantu saudara-saudara yang kena bencana.
Kamu happy nggak bisa bantu mereka?
Ya.
Children have learned to help others through actions. The seeds of goodness have rooted in their hearts. When youth join Tzu Chi, they begin participating as Tzu Shaos, and among their activities is visiting seniors in nursing homes or children's hospitals. Each time they prepare performances to wow the audience as well as activities to engage participation. Let's go join them.
They may not be professional artists, but the Tzu Shaos of East Los Angeles, California, put their entire effort into the performance. They brought musical acts, Chinese wushu, and traditional Chinese dances to share with their nursing home residents.
When we came in, I thought we all cheered them up, and with our performances and talking to them and giving out gifts, I thought it really helped them, lift up their spirits and be in the holiday spirit.
The youth brought their energy to play games and share in a good song with the seniors at the nursing center.
Very warm, 很温暖，因为他们都好像很开心看到我们，他们都说谢谢。
Seeing them smile, I also feel happy inside.
Meanwhile, in New York, Tzu Shaos visited a children's hospital in Queens.
I've been working at St. Mary's for 10 years, and this is one of the first times I've seen a performance like this where the performers move so free. Everything was to the music, very graceful. It was a very nice experience, and I think the kids really enjoyed it.
We especially enjoyed the yo-yo and the ribbon dancing. It was so amazing to see him do all those different tricks with the yo-yos.
Tzu Shao's energy helped spread some joy to encourage the children as well as the seniors.
Tzu Shaos in Johor Malaysia are working hard to promote environmental protection at schools, hoping to implement the concept of sorting of recyclables at school. They went to 5 Chinese elementary schools to teach the concept of carbon reduction and environmental protection through many interactive games.
Staying in the tent under the sun, the students experience what it's like to be Turkish refugees for a day. Walking through the suspension bridge and completing the puzzle in the strong wind, they experienced the thrill of the wind disaster in Hong Kong. Walking barefoot into the plastic pile to find gems, they experienced the daily life of those living in the garbage mountain in Indonesia. These games are all planned by Chi South in Johor Bahru. Shouldering the responsibility of environmental protection education, 83 Chi Souths go to 5 elementary schools to promote environmental protection.
Disasters have been happening recently and our planet's health is changing. I want to use my environmentally friendly knowledge to motivate and inspire the children to love this earth together.
I think this event is to implant the knowledge of environmental protection in the brains of the children. We have found a lot of Tzuji's aunts and uncles to help us collect things, and we have a lot of discussions and meetings about this event, ensuring we provide the right information to the children.
In Fuyao 2 Chinese Primary School, Chi South also established the Green Guardian Alliance to introduce the impact of the greenhouse effect on the planet.
I have learned which gases cause the greenhouse effect. I'll ask my mother to use less plastic bags.
Apart from learning about the greenhouse effects, Chi South also teaches students the correct ways of sorting recyclables, making them feel very rewarded.
I like the section of turning unwanted into gold because it allows us to understand that our things at home can be sorted into different recyclables.
It is urgent to fight the climate change. Children do not need to wait until they grow up to exert their power to protect the earth.
The Tzuji exhibition area at the Taiwan Lantern Festival includes a number of environmentally friendly works. Among them is the translucent lamp made from used PET bottles. Tzuji volunteers in Shalu, Taichung area carefully wash, cut, and assemble each lamp from previously discarded materials.
Here we see many heart-shaped lamps illuminated, making them even more dazzling.
The more we make, the more beautiful they are. After adding a candle, they are very translucent and pretty.
Tzuji Shalu district volunteers took blue PET bottles and lovingly fashioned them into these heart lamps. Everything needs to be done with great precision from the start.
If it's a little bit dirty, when something is dirty, you have to pull it out and clean it. When we combine them together, these flowers are beautiful.
They cut off the bottom of the bottle and use it as the blade of the heart lamp, which is composed of 6 petals. Connecting the petals together is key.
The distance here is also about 1 centimeter or 1.2 centimeters. If the distance is the same, it will be more beautiful.
The process of putting the wire to fix it seems simple, but in fact it is quite difficult. It's a bit difficult to flatten it. I'm also afraid of crushing it because it is a bit thin.
We give new life to these discarded things. I feel that the item has vitality again.
3 beans are placed in each heart lamp to remind people of Master Zheng Yan's teachings.
We miss Master Zheng Yan, so we add 3 red beans. This reminds us to follow the right path at all times.
These heart lamps are delicate and exquisite and are bringing life to previously discarded materials.
The fire in Australia and the new coronavirus epidemic in 2019, disasters in various places have occurred one after another. Tzuji Foundation has launched a noon prayer event to pray for the world. The prayer music video will be played at 1:30 p.m. every day at Dai Television. Everybody is invited to pray at that time and join the movement of going meatless.
After lunch, volunteers at Shanghe recycling station grab the time to sort recyclables. At this moment, they stop work temporarily.
Let's pray for the termination of disease as well as the peace of Taiwan in the world.
In order to unite everyone's faith and love, at 1:30 in the afternoon, the prayer MV is broadcast on Dai TV worldwide. whether sitting, standing, or even kneeling. Every Qiji volunteer in Taiwan stops to pray. Volunteers invite residents of different communities to pray for the world at different recycling stations, liaison offices, and Jinshi halls. Natural disasters and man-made disasters have occurred one after another. The recent pneumonia epidemic even requires everyone's good action.
Thanks to all of our Buddhist abbots who come to pray. I hope that during this period, everyone will fast.
Everyone is peaceful and go meatless. Everything will be fine.
I pray everyone is peaceful and everything goes smooth.
Uniting the power, everyone is peaceful and no disaster anymore.
Bless yourself by fasting or going meatless, and at the same time hope the disasters in various places will appease as soon as possible.
One in 10 people in Taiwan have a problem with urinary tract stones, and more than 80% of them are calcium oxalate stones. It is rumored that people with this problem can get relief by drinking lemonade. Is this true? Let's hear what expert says.
Lemon is rich in vitamin C, citric acid, and other ingredients. Consuming it offers advantages such as increasing immunity and preventing colds. In addition, drinking lemonade has been thought to help urinary tract stones.
Have I ever heard of lemonade eliminating kidney stones? Some of my friends have drunk lemonade to get rid of kidney stones.
For that type of thing to work, you might need a long period of time. For example, it is not like Western medicine where you take it and it has immediate effect.
Is it right to believe that lemonade can get rid of urinary stones?
In principle, this is logical and correct, but one has to consume enough of it. So considering how much lemonade one must consume or the concentration, many people would be surprised. To achieve this effect just by drinking a little lemonade may be a thing that most people cannot accomplish.
Citric acid in lemons makes the urine more alkaline and reduces the chance of calcium oxalate from stones. Although the effect of drinking lemonade is not significant, the medical community already has citric acid medicine to prevent such stones.
The medicine is called potassium citrate, which helps increase the solubility of uric acid in urine and makes it less likely to cause stones. It also helps raise the concentration of citric acid in urine and can be used to grab calcium ions in the urine, preventing the occurrence of calcium oxalate stones.
In conclusion, drinking lemonade alone cannot effectively excrete kidney stones or urinary tract stones in the body. Doctors recommend that patients still go to the hospital for treatment and do not delay in getting effective treatment for their illness.
One of the major steps to prevent the coronavirus epidemic spread is to wash your hands properly. Follow our report as we invite a doctor to teach you the tips of washing hands correctly. There are chances for everyone to touch the elevator hand grips or the buttons when going out to the public areas. Many don't know that you must wash your hand correctly after touching the door grips to prevent virus infections. There is a tip to remember the proper steps to wash your hands.
First, we put the inner parts of our palms together and rub them for about 5 times. And we also need to rub both sides of the outer side of our palms.
Some of these parts or our fingernails are where everyone often forgets about.
There are also some here say that hot water has better effect than cold water.
I heard that hot water can kill bacteria better, but I don't think it's real.
The differences among hot, warm, and cold water are just that the temperature can make us feel more comfortable in winter. However, makes no difference in terms of cleaning.
There's also a saying that it doesn't matter if one washes hands quickly. Let's hear what the doctor said.
You need to take at least 40 to 60 seconds to complete the entire hand wash process.
We should not be afraid of the trouble and clean our hands thoroughly. Also, remember to use a personal towel to wipe the hands to prevent the virus from spreading. In Nantou, Taiwan, there is an 83-year-old woman. When she experienced pain in her back, she naturally thought it was degeneration due to her age. However, medication did not relieve her pain as symptoms worsened. Finally, a hospital exam revealed that she was suffering from spinal compression fractures.
83-year-old grandmother Liao has never experienced pain from lifting crates of oranges in her life. However, a recent episode led her to feel like she was on her deathbed.
My arms and legs were weak. I could not even hold a cup of water. I couldn't use my hands to push myself from bed. I had to do it slowly. Sometimes it would take me some 10 minutes and I still couldn't get out of bed. It was very painful.
The pain was unbearable and caused her to hunch over. Grandmother Liao went to the Darling Tzu Hospital neurosurgical department for examinations. It was there that they discovered the reason for her pain and disfiguration, osteoporosis and other external forces.
The vertebral compression fracture was very severe. The square-shaped spinal discs were triangle-shaped. That was the cause of her hunched back. We inserted a spine jack to begin the reconstruction of her spine. After the expansion space was made, we filled it with bone cement to stabilize the spine, which not only corrects her posture but also relieves pain.
I'm feeling alive and much better. I have strength in my legs again.
The loss of bone density is often a major cause of bone fractures in the human body, especially for women who are post-menopausal. Doctors remind everyone to get plenty of sun and replenish the body with calcium and vitamins to avoid low bone density.
Zhou Shuhua is a Tzu Chi volunteer living in Hengchun. Her life is best described. The meaning of doing good deeds is the happiest thing. She was a postman before, yet after she became a Tzu Chi volunteer, she spread love everywhere. Whether to care for a difficult family or help in the disaster relief, she's always there to help.
The mail carrier Zhou Shuhua joined Chi Chi after she saw a fundraising message in the Chi Chi Monthly when she shorted mail 29 years ago.
She has been engaged in Tzu Chi's 4 missions and 8 areas of services. She has never been absent.
Being tall and thin, she can drive recycling truck and carry heavy loads. Yet what touches her most is this case. Mr. Li cherished a photo with her wife, which was taken by Zhou Shuhua. Since he has been bedridden for a long time, his son even has to take turns to take care of him.
This family is very harmonious. When the mother is not here, the son will care for his father at home.
I'm so grateful to have you whom I can rely. You are all my angels.
She has been with this difficult family for more than 10 years. Now, Mr. Li's son has grown up and is a pilot.
After Mr. Li passed away, Mrs. Li became a Tzu Chi member of mine, and now she still makes regular donations.
After the rainstorm and flooding, hundreds of volunteers helped clean up and distribute supplies. She took on the responsibility of coordinating and helping her neighbors through the difficult times.
In the beginning, I was slow to act, but Tzu Chi brothers and sisters will plan many things well. As long as we want to participate, we do not need worry anything.
Working on Chi Chi Plus for 28 years, she has turned from a happy mail carrier into a happy Chi Chi volunteer.
Beginning in 2019, the Forestry Bureau allowed Pingdong's Cusco tribal village to do trial planting of woodlock shiitake mushrooms. But as the industry declined and the average age of the tribe advanced, the business fell to the wayside. Thankfully, 10 years ago, one native couple decided to revive this practice, imbibing it with youth and vitality. Now these mushrooms have even inspired tourism in the area.
The Couscous tribal village is surrounded by mountains on all sides and has the title South Taiwan Ruby. Ecotourism has given people a glimpse of its natural beauty. Ecotourism is the fruit of more than 10 years of work by the Couscous Community Development Association. The soul of the association is a couple who didn't want the tribe to be just elderly people. How can I keep young people without job opportunities? Most leave to study elsewhere after graduating from elementary school. I want more young people to come back to work here so that everyone can take care of their parents.
At the beginning, I saw my husband do it and it just felt incredible. He was so happy to do this and he persisted.
Zhang Meihui used the association to create job opportunities and called on 15 young people to return home.
How does this tribe continue? What kind of industry is there for this tribe? Should our generation think carefully when the Forestry Bureau pushes this forest economy? I think we already have the natural advantage.
The advantages the Couscous tribe enjoy are related to the forest. There are many pests because these woodlock shiitake mushrooms are planted on the edge of a forest road. These mushrooms have allowed the tribal economy to take off.
In the past, many people raised these mushrooms. It was around 1980 or 1990, but then more than half of those who raised mushrooms quit because there was no more wood.
When logging was banned, we can't cut wood anymore, so we need to buy wood when we want to plant.
The ban on mountain lumber, coupled with aging bacteria, led this industry to disappear for more than 30 years. Recently, the Forestry Bureau has encouraged more forest economy and loosened restrictions on raising mushrooms.
The use of forest resources requires a concept of carrying capacity and load, not just because I want to make a lot of money. This could lead to overuse of forests. So we chose tribal industry model, which is similar to an individual pursuing the greatest economic gain, but different because the tribe will have some restrictions.
However, there are many restrictions still in place. It isn't easy to cultivate Indian woodlock shiitake mushrooms. 27-year-old Wang Jiaro tried to use maple to reduce wood costs, even cultivating bacteria by herself. But actually, she studied IT in the university.
I was surprised at first. I didn't expect that I would grow vegetables in my future. But when you see the mushrooms growing, you will be happy and you will feel a sense of accomplishment.
From being in front of the computer to working on a farm, young people are learning a new economic model for surviving in the forest and making up the gap in cultural heritage. Thus, this industry not only continues the wisdom of the tribe, but also bears sustainable expectations.
Faculty and students in Pingdong University use creativity to present a brand new phase of classical literature through digital technology. Take a look and see you next time.